I'll put the pushback in case of my opponent being control and play the Sanctum follow turn 1 anyways. Have you mentioned your PT decks or are they secret? First of the decks is 4-color Sultai in Historic. Second of the decks is not. Second of the decks is Gruul Aggro or the Gruul Adventure in Standard. There are some tweaks to those lists though. The 4-color Sultai deck plays 1 Teferi Hero of Dominaria on top of 4 Nissas. The Gruul deck plays 4 Embercleave and 2 Primal Might to actually kill people. Because we found that the best plan for acquisition island playing Narset. Oh, come on, nothing. Primal Might and Embercleave's best plan to kill food players rather than grind them. You have an amazing band history list if you want the first place. Psst. There is literally no reason to play band over black. Even the 4-color mana is better than a decent band. All the best for the PT this weekend. You've been my pack one for Fantasy League ever since Mythic Champs ELD. Thanks for encouragement. Your results disagree, but okay. Well, results may disagree, but just regular logic will not. Alright, you didn't draw the castle. Good for me. What do you think about Esper decks in Modern? When Esper Triumph releases, that might be worth visiting. Can Foxy the Titan? Or have a Jace, but I can play the Jace into a Titan. I can also take the Jace and not play it, and then once I have 6 mana I can play the Jace. I think that's better, because that means that we will lay land away from being able to pull ahead, because I don't have like any cryptics, even any charms to get card advantage. If Foxy the Titan they will immediately draw another, I agree. Which is a reason not to do so. The thing about band versus like non-band is rewarded. I was literally my only hit here and I was so rewarded for that, for inclusion of this card. But 7 mana. The thing about Historic is that in Historic, what's the best like white cards in your white deck if you're playing a white controlish deck? Is it Wrath of God? Probably that's it. Which is kinda lame, because what's your best, let's say, removal spell then? And you will say, well, my best removal spell, the best single removal spell in my deck is Baffling, and you'll be like, wow, that's kinda cringe. That's indeed kinda cringe. Haze of Pollen is your best removal spell? Okay. I wanted to put back 3 cards. Which I shouldn't. And when you're playing black, then you get to play Fatal Push, so your interactive cards cost 1 mana, which is so much nicer, right? Well, they have Boil. Yeah, they like actively prevented Puff from entering the format too, which is kind of a bummer, because it could have been that there would be Puff, Bolt, and Fatal Push in Historic. This it was also in the Jumpstart set, but got cancelled. I think that sideboarding makes sense. Like, do they play Boil? We haven't seen a single red land, so probably it's like I would probably would like to have a Dispel or something, or Force, but Force is super bad. There's neither Bolt nor Puff in Pioneer either. In Pioneer, the best white removal spell is Chain to the Rocks, but not every deck's allowed to play it. In fact, not many are allowed to play it. Jumpstart finally out 2022 POG XT. Forgot about it. What a hand. Why do you side Puzzle Box? Puzzle Box is a combo with Narset. If you have a Narset on the battlefield, and you have a puzzle box, and in your opponent's draw step they have to put back their entire hand and draw a new one, but they can't draw, so they don't draw a new one. They only have a window in their draw step to cast some instants, but they just don't draw cards otherwise. Oh, I'm not sure about this and I'll keep it. So that combo is generally useful against the decks that kinda like go big. Don't they draw first and then puzzle? Yes, they drew first and then puzzle. So they have a window to cast instant spells, which is exactly what they said. But they don't get any more windows. I assume my opponent's Veil. Why was Golos my lover of the past? I don't even remember, like... I played Golos for some reasons. I can't really tell. What was the entire thing with that guy? I'll gas now, because I think the Reclaimer is a bit of a problem. Jendrak plays Karn in this, which I find odd and cool at the same time. Yeah, I know that he plays Karn, I think it's atrocious and stupid, so I don't play Karn myself. Maybe it's also somewhat cool, I agree. Scion of Urza, no, he's playing Karn Liberated. That's a win con. I'll click through their Veil. Take a Titan. They have no Titan. Sack the Veil. Yeah, call it a Titan, but it's not coming next turn, so I don't care, because then like they don't have Veil, it's fine. I know that they can get the Titan with the call, but as they don't have Veil to protect it, it doesn't matter. And I have a list of things to do, which is to... Copying Tarpit. Nice. But like I can't leave the Veil, because that's the least beatable of the cards here. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. I think we want to counter this because it's... I assume my opponent has lands if they're playing it out. Because I don't... well... actually... because we gonna cast Damnation next turn. So I would like to have a 2-mana interaction card, mostly in Ethergast, available. But I'm not assured, so I'll just counter. Because it's... I assume it's a divination. Maybe they play something else. Alright. Ladramis into Elvish Reclaimer. Awesome, that's so great for me that they like going so all in against domination. They have 1 card in hand left. But it's not a land? Alright, let's keep the Sanctuary in hand because we can Sanctuary in the next turn. They can put even the Wrath of Gods, even the Damnation on top if they play Titan again. Another Dryad maybe. I don't know, there's a great reason to believe they have another Dryad. They could, but... yeah, it's kind of weird that they like deploy the tracker at all. Maybe they sandbagged a land and they just didn't play it because they wanted to have it available for later with the Dryad. Rip 7 mana draw 2, I agree. Rip indeed. Yes, they were sandbagging Flagstones for quite some time, I believe. But now they're locked, now they're Omega locked. Any player that plays Trial of the Illusion Grove has your respect. Why? Do we think we can beat our opponent 1-3? A worthy final opponent. I summon 2 fucking rhinos. Oh, draw 3, that's actually worse for me. That's a pretty high quality versions of other games OSTs, okay, makes sense. Monkey, As Foretold. That's a very good start because they recoup the lost card advantage, so now they can start casting things with As Foretold as we can. They don't have an extra 0 drop. Green mana? What's that for? I guess to suspend rhinos. And probably for a sideboard Ancient Grudge. Greater Gargadon suspend that, okay. On once each turn, they can cast a 2 mana counter spell right now. I play Narset because she's powerful. I think that's a good enough of a reason to cast her. Powerful. Next turn we can hold up Cryptic Command, we can take Force of Negotiation, awesome. So they had the Rhinos, or Balance, that's annoying, yes. I'll discard 7 cards, okay. Oh, and sack all the lands, well I guess that's 2. They have a Gargadon on 7, which means that we can rebuild, but will we? We'll see. A lone Narset versus the world. The deck plays Force of Negation, Adam, yeah, sometimes. Yeah, As Foretold was big at first. When we Force of Negation restore balance, because Force cost 3 mana on that turn, and I didn't have 3 mana available. Fucking rhinos, man. Always get me. They always get me. I'll sideboard this way. Keep 2 pushes for the rhinos. Modern problems require old solutions. Kalitas, it always looks goofy, but it's been so good for me so many times. I think it's just fine in this deck against the red decks. I assure you that my reaction at first to the thought of playing Kalitas was same thing. A move to 5. You must really be desperate to come for me to help Kalitas to kanister. I don't even think so, but Kalitas isn't real, he can speak, that's actually true. When they move to 4 and go land Monkey Electro Balance, that's fine because then they don't have the Gargadon sets random who rebuilds and like they have more bullshit in their deck, arguably. Narset down. The worst is when they go to 5 and they go Gargadon and then Electro Balance. Pretty close, so. No. Few days back you played a prelim with Owash. How was it? I talked a little bit more in detail about how I felt about this deck in my YouTube video from the deck, which is on my YouTube, so be sure to visit that. But in general, I think it's a fine deck. But I'm not convinced that Pomad Courier is any good in this deck either. And it kinda lacks an extra creature, I think, to like feel perfect. This deck plays black cards, correct? Yeah, but mostly removal spells, which I mostly boarded out, so I actually don't have many in my deck currently. If you're pathetic cards, exactly. No need to exchange my opponent's hand when it can't win against me. Kappa Spammer Mage, thanks for the subscription. Yes, pushes an anti-rhino countermeasure. Interesting hands, like the Serum Visions. Did you put the puzzle box in? I'm pretty sure I did. If pushes for rhinos isn't Melody better? Well, one of them is an instant and the other one is a sorcery. I think I should have had the third gas over the like second push because I have two pushes. I guess that's correct. This other gas is also able to answer Greater Gargadon, while push is, and then you can pitch it for force, and you can counter the Electro Force. I guess I made a mistake this way where I would have put the... No, I already put all the gas in my sideboard in the deck. Okay, in that case I think I separated perfectly, because I don't care for Melody. Like, I think push being cheaper is much better. Legit better. One hand is Rhinos, Balance. If you play Narset, you can die to Electro Dominance. Like, when the Rhinos are beating you down, it's really important to be able to answer them cheaply Twitch chat too, which is not to be underestimated, because that's a legit way to lose. It's minus Narset because you can grab a force. And they can win if they draw a way to cast their Balance now. So hopefully they won't. Awesome. Take the land, I guess. So most probably I would play around force. Well, that's conceded, alright. Interesting. That's a little bit quicker than I would have expected, but I would have played a tapped land, held up the charm, then untapped, played a 4th season. If I have seen that the coast is clear, I would have played adjacent plus on them. I think that was enough time before the Gargadons were coming down, and then I would have won.